To all watching our video, our presentation will explore the topic of motivational theories.
Hi, my name is Jingjin Wang. My part is about Maslow hierarchy of needs theory. It was initially proposed by Abraham Maslow in 1943, and it's based on the human needs of physiological safety, belonging, love, esteem, and self-actualization. When individuals' basic or lower level needs are satisfied, the motivation are generally moved through. The case study I found is making practical use of Maslow hierarchy of needs theory to motivate employee, a case of Maslow Polytechnic. Motivation is one of the most critical variables in enhancing performance, improving productivity, and gaining sustainable competitive advantage and attaining organizational objectives at minimal cost. Each individual has different needs, so this case study suggests that the management should establish different goals to satisfy these needs because the behavior of employees are guided by them. Maslow hierarchy can motivate employees very well and increase productivity in general. The participants of this case study are the employees of Masvango Polytechnic, randomly selected from 10 support staff, 10 lecturing staff, 10 clerical staff, 5 department heads, and 5 senior management, and they are divided into two groups. All these 40 participants answered 3 questions that are related to Maslow theory, motivated their behaviors, and satisfy their needs. Like, how can Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory be applied to motivate employees at Masvango Polytechnic? There is a table showed the result that the expectation of physiological needs by 80% of respondents, safety needs by 60% of employees, social needs by 40% of respondents, self-esteem needs by 70% of employees, self-actualization needs by 50% of employees should be promoted. Sometimes one reward or outcome can satisfy not only one need. So, in conclusion, Maslow hierarchy of needs theory provides a long way to motivate employees' behavior by satisfy their different level of needs.
Hello, my name is Nadja Carter, and I will be speaking on McClellan's motivational system theory. McClellan's theory states that an organization should offer the individual the opportunity to satisfy 3 needs: the need for power, the need for achievement, and the need for affiliation. He also states in his 1961 article of the Achieving Society that regardless of our demographics, we all have 3 motivating drivers, and one of those drivers will be our dominating motivating driver. So, in the article titled Exploring the Linkage Between the Components of Motivational System Theory and Career Decisiveness, a study was conducted on 254 management students in India who were in their last semester of college. The study measured whether the outcome of the students' career path was influenced by career decisiveness, career optimism, or one of the components in motivational system theory. The students were split into 2 groups, Group T1 and Group T2. Group T1 was measured based on components of the motivational system theory and career optimism, and Group T2 was measured based on career decisiveness and demographics. The research group used the equation analysis to gather data, and the results revealed a strong link between components of motivational system theory and career decisiveness. And based on the results of demographic variables such as age, gender, qualification, and academic background, had no effects on career optimism or career decisiveness. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lingwei Song. I'm going to introduce Earthspur motivation hygiene theory. this theory is set up by 1964. Herzberg find out certain factors in workplace can cause job satisfaction or dissatisfaction. And also he analyzed the two-factor principle. Job satisfaction can improve by motivator factor, for example, achievement, responsibility, work itself, advancement, personal goal. On the other hand, job dissatisfaction was influenced by hygiene factor. For example, working condition, co-worker relationship, policy of the company, supervisor's quality, and the salary. And the last slide, I'm going to introduce some research. They find out there is positive relationship between the perception of equity and job satisfaction. If the employee in the company feels that he or she was treated unfairly, he or she will become unmotivated. And also the research find out almost 45% of the variance in job satisfaction could be explained by perception of Herzberg motivator equity. And also the research indicate hygiene factor has no relationship with perceptions of equity. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarah Sirichiporn, and the study I am doing is on cross-culture validation test of Herzberg two-factor theory, an analysis of bank officers working in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa by Khalil Farid and Rizar Ali John. In this study, they tried to evaluate the Herzberg two-factor theory by investigating the relationship between different factors and motivations and job satisfaction enjoyed by bank officers in KPK. There are two factors. Intrinsic would be considered work of nature, recognition, achievement, whereas extrinsic are working conditions, relationship with supervisors, and status. The method that they use is a questionnaire using a 5-point Likert scale. The population used are different bank officers in both public and private sectors in Peshawar district. In this slide, it details the 14 hypotheses made. In the results, they use a t-value to determine the level of significance. The result is H1, H3, and H7 are accepted, meaning that these factors can lead to job satisfactions. H2, H4, H5, and H6 are rejected, meaning does not lead to any job satisfaction. H8, H9, H11, H12, and H13 are accepted, and H10 and H14 is rejected. In conclusion, the finding of the research suggests that in banking sectors that the factors should be enhanced, which can lead to job satisfaction, and increase the presence of those factors that may not increase the level of job satisfaction, but their presence may help avoid the job dissatisfaction.
Hello, my name is Brian Ubiatis, and I'll be going over what operant conditioning is in relation to motivation. So how this theory works is that it motivates through external factors rather than internal factors. Relating operant conditioning to this school assignment or project, we do them in order to receive a good grade for the course, the reward, and avoiding receiving a bad grade and potential conflict with group members if you are working with other people, the punishment. This concept was developed through the works of E.L. Thorndike and B.F. Skinner, and the basic idea is that people will perform in order to receive rewards and avoid punishment. In the article, Role of Learning Theories in Training the Trainer by Arshad Ahmad, Khawaja Jahanzeb, and Dr. Saad Abdullah Hussain Al-Kilabi, the role of operant conditioning along with other learning theories in effective employee training is explored. Motivation is one of the significant aspects in learning theories. In relation to training, if a trainee is distracted, that dictates a lack of motivation, which results in the training session being inefficient. Any form of anxiety during training distracts the trainee and decreases motivation to learn, which also contributes to training inefficiency. Feedback, which is the most important of the three as it relates to reinforcement and operant conditioning, provides the trainee insight of his or her progress, which basically means whether the tasks are being done correctly or not. So how does feedback relate to reinforcement and operant conditioning? Positive feedback allows the trainee to know that he or she is doing well. This increases motivation as positive feedback is a form of praise or approval which is generally accepted as rewarding. This strengthens the current desired behavior being observed. Negative feedback allows the trainee to know that he or she is doing something wrong and something should be changed. This is perceived as something undesirable and is generally accepted as a form of punishment. As people will avoid punishment, a basic aspect under operant conditioning, negative feedback can also motivate by leading trainees to develop desired behaviors.
Hi, my name is Michelle Ilan and I will be discussing expectation theory. Expectation theory was developed by Victor Vroom in 1964, and this motivational theory differs from prior ones because of the fact that it combines individual and organizational factors in motivation. Essentially, this theory states that people's motivation stems from what they expect will lead to a desired outcome, and as a result, they behave in ways that increase their chances of achieving what they want. This theory is expressed as this formula: MF equals E times I times V. In a study by Wen-Wei Yan, the relationship between perception of office politics, work motivation, and performance were evaluated specifically in salespersons. The reason salespersons were looked at was because prior research had shown that there was no correlation between perception of office politics and job performance in office workers. Salespersons' work is different than the office worker in that they spend very little time in the office. A lot of their business is done outside of the office. They are usually commission-based salary, and there's a lot of pressure involved to make those sales. So Yen sought to look at the relationship between those three factors and proposed three hypotheses. Yan hypothesized that there would be a positive correlation between perception of office politics, performance, and work motivation. So questionnaires were sent out to managers and salespersons in 4 companies in Taiwan. Managers evaluated the sales performance of salespersons, and salespersons answered questions regarding perception of office politics and work motivation. Work motivation was measured by this formula here, where motivational force is equal to the probability that effort will increase performance, which is EP, times PO, which is the probability of being rewarded, times V, which is the value of the outcome, which is the commission, the sale. After statistical analysis of data, it was concluded that all 3 hypotheses were accepted. Although salespersons spend very little time in the office, their perception of office politics and value of the outcomes encourages their efforts to increase sales, which results in increased sales performance. Overall, it can be concluded that perception of office politics positively influences sales performance through work motivation that ultimately results in increased sales. Expectation theory combines both intrinsic and extrinsic factors of motivation. Here are some examples, and it's important to note that although individual motivation comes from within, this study supports that an individual can be motivated by external factors. And so managers can use this study as insight for what they can do in order to motivate employees to increase their performance, which ultimately benefits both the individual and the organization as a whole.
Hello everyone, my name is Karen Trigueros. So current thinking on motivation is whatever current methods motivate employees. One article titled Frontline Employee Motivation to Participate in Service Innovation Implementation by Susan Cadwalder stated that frontline employees or customer service employees are especially important because service innovations will only succeed if the employees embrace, execute, and promote them. Frontline employees are employees that interact with customers on a daily basis, like cashiers, waiters, and salespeople. They are the ones who bridge the gap between a company and a customer. They are often responsible for introducing customers to new service innovations, like promoting a new item or seasonal items, or pairing with an item they already intend to purchase. Promotional items could be during the fall, pumpkin spice flavored anything, or during the summer, bug repellent or fans. A pairing is as simple as a barista offering a blueberry muffin to go with the coffee the customer is buying, or at the spa suggesting a foot massage during the facial that was initially booked. These new service innovations bring a lot of money to a company because they add to whatever the customer was already going to buy. If a company invests in frontline employees, they will achieve greater success, and that investment is finding what motivates them to promote these new innovations. Another method explored was global motivation, which is generally believed to be personality-based, making it difficult for managers to influence. So if managers want to use this type of motivation, they must hire with it in mind. The study found employers giving employees the choice to act rather than forcing them proved to be the best motivation. I agree with this method because when I worked for Vons for the Starbucks department, we were required to pair an item or promote new Starbucks items with every order. The most common was suggesting bakery items with the drink, but because it was forced, it usually sounded like this. Do you want a muffin with that? No? Okay. Instead of it sounding more appetizing like, would you like a blueberry muffin with that today? The blueberries complement the fruity notes in the coffee, making them taste great together. Obviously, there's a difference between the two. Had we been given the choice, instead of every day being forced to say the mandatory script, it would have sounded a lot better.
And here's our references. Thank you for listening.